It was a scandal that rocked the Beehive and sunk a career, our own version of Watergate. Emails and personal correspondence between Don Brash, his advisers, political friends and foes landing in the laps of people as diverse as Winston Peters and author Nicky Hager. Nicky Hager turned those emails into a book, The Hollow Man, and next week, The Hollow Man takes to the stage. So is New Zealand ready for a staged version of National's 2005 election campaign? We sent Robin James to take a look.
Is it to be a modern, democratic society?
It's a case of art imitating politics.
There's drama, there's tension, there's comedy, there's frustration, there's joy.
The journey of a man who could have been king, but failed to win his crown.
Or is it the racially divided nation
With two sets of laws
and two standards
of citizenship
that the present Labour government
is moving us steadily
towards?
It reminds me a lot of a Shakespearean arc in terms of a story. You know, politics was one of the things that Shakespeare used a lot to entertain.
Shakespearean maybe, but Don Brash would liken this more to Watergate. Hundreds of his emails stolen, turned into a book, now a play.
In his halting Maori, he said to each Maori chief as he signed, He iwi
Tahi,
tato.
we are one people.
Hello? Fantastic. We've got a date.
It spans Dr Brash's bid for National's leadership, narrow election loss, and finally his resignation, a day before Nicky Hager's book, The Hollow Men, was released.
Will you be going to see the play?
No, I certainly will not be. Look, the play is based on Nicky Hager's book. That book is full of half-truths, false innuendos, which by definition means the play itself will be full of half-truths and false innuendos. I will not be seeing it.
No curiosity whatsoever?
None whatsoever.
Don, do you have the guts to risk being unpopular?
Not curious, but certainly angry that Creative New Zealand put $38,000 towards the play's production.
Why do the taxpayers of New Zealand put up money to fund what is clearly a political stunt?
So this is a moment where we're going to be showing how that through the design and stuff, Don getting set up in his studio, and that's when we do the TV moment.
Yet director Jonathan Hendry says this is documentary theatre at its best.
This is certainly not something where I'm intending to parody or to poke fun of the people on stage, but I am interested in the ideas. And these ideas, of course, don't just spring from emails, they spring from public address, they spring from reports, they spring from a lot of information in and around the process of the election.
Why didn't you tell the truth from the beginning?
I did. All I knew was that the Brethren had spoken to me last month, I can't give you an exact date,
to say that they were going to put out some anti-government
pamphlets.
The emails sometimes give way to real life. Speeches, interviews, some of the defining moments of Kiwi politics.
Helen Clark has called me a liar.
And I can assure the New Zealand people
I am not a liar.
Don, why are you in Parliament?
Actor Stephen Papps has studied Don Brash's public performances for this role.
Are you just a heartless bean counter?
So what are his actual Donisms?
Well, I guess he's very still. He doesn't use his hands a lot. He probably gestures with his head a bit. You know, he uses his head to make points, and because really, I mean, I only see the public side of, you know, in terms of looking at the real man.
So you've had to grow the comb over?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I went to a hairdresser and got a haircut, and just parted and dyed it and sort of did that, you know. Yeah, still working on it, still growing it.
What would your message be to him?
Well, come and see it if you dare.
Should he be scared?
Oh, I don't think so.
One who has been worried is businesswoman Diane Foreman. It's rumoured she had an affair with Dr Brash.
Well, she appears, but I'm sure that she's aware of, if she hasn't read the book, that she isn't really a major player, so she appears.
Diane Foreman's lawyers have written to author Dean Parker demanding a copy of the script. He's suggested they come to the play.
There's nothing in the play that deviates from what is in the book.
Which she didn't like much anyway.
No. I mean, I can imagine there are some people through that book that are unhappy that a play has been made of that. I can accept that, but I hope that doesn't distract people from going.
One thing I know you said, it's not the National Party. You knew the Brethren were issuing pamphlets attacking the government.
And both those statements are absolutely consistent. I did not know that the
pamphlet that had been circulating was put out
by the Brethren.
It's been 12 months since Don Brash filed a complaint with police about the alleged theft of his emails. Enough time to write a play, it seems, but not to find the culprit.
They have totally failed to interview the most obvious suspects in this issue. They've done nothing about it almost in 12 months. I don't know whether that's political interference or gross incompetence. It's one or the other.
Meanwhile, this tale about strategy and spin opens in Wellington next week.
Are you going to apologise to the people of New Zealand?
No, I am not. I have said nothing that was untrue.
A lot of your appeal, Dr. Brash, is that you're not a politician, that you don't play fast and loose with the facts. You've damaged your reputation. And people will be thinking, well, I don't know if he's telling the truth.
I'm not a liar.
And despite rumours Rima Tawata would play Diane Foreman, it is in fact actor Lindy Jane Rutherford, who also plays Susan Wood, Catherine Rich, Ruth Richardson, Winnie Laban, and curiously enough, Ronald Reagan.